It's called the Classic for a reason, and this year it should live up to its name. It's race number 9 at Del Mar on Saturday, the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Classic. It's a 1.25 miles with a purse of $7 million. It features last year's winner, second place horse, and third place horse. And the winner of the Kentucky Derby, the second place finisher of the Kentucky Derby, and the third place finisher of the Kentucky Derby. This should be a good one, but hold up a second. About an hour before I recorded this video, Bill Mott reported that unfortunately Sovereignty spiked a fever last night. That's right. Sovereignty spiked a fever. They did some blood work on him. They're waiting for the test results to come back. They gave him some medicine this morning. His temperature's back to normal. But they're going to wait on the results. And spiking a fever the week of the big race typically isn't a good thing. And I know Bill Mott is going to do what's best for the horse. If Sovereignty is not 100%, there's a very good chance that he will scratch out of this race. And if he's not 100%, I don't want him to run in this race. You have to do what's best for the horse. Let's take a look at the field of the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's the one horse, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's Fierceness. I would not be surprised, not one bit, if he wins this race. He's just that good. And I would not be surprised, not one bit, if he finishes 5th in this race, because that's who he is. You don't know which Fierceness you're going to get. Will you get the horse that won the Jim Dandy last year and follow it up with a win in the Travers? And then in this race, the Breeders' Cup Classic was part of a very fast pace and still finished 2nd. That was impressive. That was an impressive race by Fierceness last year. Or will you get the horse from the Whitney, who took over the lead in the stretch? It looked like he was going to leave that field behind. And all of a sudden, he just stopped racing. He finished 5th. Next time out in the Pacific Classic, well, he would draw the rail, just like he's drawn the rail in this one. The gates would open. And he tried his best to jump the railing. John Velasquez took control, did a great job of racing. And despite that terrible, awful start, he won by 3/4 of a length. He likes this track. He likes this distance. He's the type of horse that you can't keep out of your multi-race wagers. But you can't single him either. I would never single this horse, because I have no idea which Fierceness is going to show up. I will use Fierceness on my tickets. Let's take a look at Baeza. Finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby behind Sovereignty and Journalist. Next time in the Belmont, another 3rd place finish behind Sovereignty and Journalism. In the Jim Dandy, he got rid of Journalism because Journalism wasn't there. But Sovereignty was. And he finished 2nd to Sovereignty. In the Pennsylvania Derby, no Journalism, no Sovereignty, This horse wins by 2 1/4 of a length. Posting a nice speed figure. He's going to take on older horses this time. Getting 15 to 1 on the 2 horse. Baeza. At 20 to 1, trained by Bob Baffert, it's Nevada Beach. Baffert has won the Classic 4 times. And all 4 of his winners were 3-year-olds. He's a lightly raced horse with a ton of upside. Broke his maiden at Santa Anita. A couple races after that, by 4 1/4. And then in the Goodwood, at about 8 to 1. Get that speed figure, 104. Won by a length and a half. He's interesting at 20 to 1. Getting 20 to 1 on the 3 horse. Nevada Beach. Let's take a look at Sierra Leone's buddy. It's the Rabbit. It's Contrary Thinking. He's not here to win this race. He's not here to hit the board. He's here to ensure a solid pace to set this race up for his stablemate, Sierra Leone. He wants nothing to do with this distance. Last time out, he finished 7th. Behind by 12, placed 6th through disqualification. And Grade 1 Whitney, well, he finished 9th. Behind by 68. 50 to 1 on the 4 horse. Contrary Thinking. Let's take a look at the Japanese Shipper. It's Forever Young at 6 to 1. Finished 3rd in this race last year. A couple races after that. Competed in the Saudi Cup against Romantic Warrior. That was an excellent race between him and Romantic Warrior. And he won it by a neck. Next time out in the Dubai World Cup, I think that Saudi Cup took something out of him. It also took something out of Romantic Warrior. Because next time out, Romantic Warrior in a turf race, because Romantic Warrior is a turf horse. He's won multiple Group 1 races on turf. But next time out, he would finish 2nd after the Saudi Cup. And this horse finished 3rd in the Dubai World Cup. But last time out, his prep for this race, he won by 2 1/2. He does well at the distance. He's run twice in the United States. He's finished 3rd twice. Getting 6 to 1 on the 5 horse. Forever Young. I will use Forever Young on my tickets. And then there's Sovereignty. I tell you what, I was going to pick Sovereignty to win this race. I like this horse. I picked him to win the Kentucky Derby. I picked him to win the Belmont, the Jim Dandy, and the Travers. I am a fan of this horse. And I waited for months for this race. But with him spiking a fever, it does not look promising. Now, if the results come out just fine and Belmont decides to run him, I'll use him on my tickets. But right now, it's up in the air. I mean, Belmont says, there's a chance that he won't run in the Classic. And that's unfortunate. But you have to do what's best for the horse. Let's take a look at Sierra Leone at 8 to 1. 8 to 1 on Sierra Leone. My goodness. He won this race last year. But look at that pace setup he got. 44-4 at the half. Oh, it's set up perfectly for him. He won by a length and a half. Couple races back, won the Grade 1 Whitney. At Jockey Club Gold Cup, he finished second, but I'm not going to hold that against him. He had to hurdle over Irad Ortiz in that race. It was a jockey spill in that one. So I'm not using that against him. He likes this racetrack. He likes this distance. This horse has never finished out of the money. Getting 8-1 on the 7 horse, Sierra Leone. I will use Sierra Leone on my tickets. Then there's Mind Frame at 10-1. Look at his record. Out of 8 races, 5 wins, 2 second place finishes. Broke his maiden by 13, then won by 7.5. And the Belmont, he was kind of green in that race. He finished second to Dornoch, and Haskell took on Dornoch again and finished second. And he was off for a long time on the Gulfstream Park Mile. And he cut him back 7 furlongs. Won that race by a neck at Churchill Downs. That was an excellent race. Stretched him out to 1.8 miles. And won by a length. Last time out, well, he lost his rider last time out. Can he get the distance of 1.25 miles? Getting 10-1 on 8 horse Mind Frame. I will use Mind Frame on my tickets. Well, let's take a look at Journalism. I'm a fan of this horse as well. Finished second in the Kentucky Derby and in the Preakness. Had all kinds of trouble and pulled out the win. In the Belmont, another second place finish to Sovereignty. In Haskell, there's no Sovereignty, and well, he won that race. Pacific Classic, he took on older horses. And he lost to Fierceness by 3/4 of a length. I didn't pick him to win that race. Actually, I picked Nisos, who was entered into that one, but with scratch. I didn't pick Journalism to win that race because I know the Triple Crown takes a lot out of these horses. And I didn't think we were going to get the best Journalism in that. After the Kentucky Derby, they flew him back to the West Coast. Then they flew him out to Maryland for the Preakness. And after the Preakness, they flew him back to the West Coast. Then he flew him out to New York for the Belmont. And after the Belmont, they flew him back to the West Coast. Then he flew him out to New Jersey for the Haskell. Then back to the West Coast again. Like, yeah, this horse might not be at his best in the Pacific Classic. He's a star. He shows up. He's never been out of the money. Now, he's been off for more than 2 months. Maybe that's what he needs. Go and look. There's been a change in jockey. Maybe Jose Ortiz can be the difference maker. Getting 10-1 on the 9 horse Journalism. And to close out this field is Antiquarian. Finished second in the Blame, then lost by a head in the Suburban. And last time out, of course, that was a race that was marred by a jockey spill. But he won by a length and a half. He has no problems with the distance. He's trained by Todd Pletcher. He's got some nice speed figures coming into this one. Getting 15-1 on the 10 horse Antiquarian. So these are the horses that I'm using. I'm using Sierra Leone, Fierceness, Mind Frame, and Forever Young, and I'm assuming that Sovereignty is going to scratch out of this race. Now, if he doesn't, and all is well, I'll use Sovereignty on my tickets, but I'm reluctant to pick him to win now. Not with him spiking a fever this week. The horse I'm going to pick to win the Breeders' Cup Classic, I'm going with Sierra Leone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking in this race. Good luck.